Hey guys, welcome back. So we're back on this gv70 with solenoid repair. Um, I think last time we did was we found out that the solenoid has a short 0 ohms, and all of a sudden it was start working because when we tried to actuate it, it didn't work compared to other solenoid. After the repair, we did a test drive. It was fine, no problems. So I told my buster it's ready for pickup. So the valley driver took the car and came back right away because we got a check engine light there, and there was a message on the cluster that temperature transmission temperature is too high, so reduce power. So I did a quick scan on this last night. I got the same code for that 4 and OD solenoid, solenoid D. So, and then I check our old temp. It was at 144 degrees. So I don't know what happened in there, because during our test drive, I even monitored on the data and the scan tool, our temperature sensor, it was just running at 60 or 70. It didn't even go 100. But for some reason, yesterday, it went 144. So we have this code, the same code, P076800 shift solenoid D. So now, I mentioned last time that if you're gonna do that type of repair, replacing solenoid, might as well do that E module, they call it, on the service information, but that harness in the valve body, right? So maybe we have a problem there. And second, I was just thinking about my repair process before. I should have did a load testing on each wire. Even though when we check our resistance there, it was working, I should have, put a test light on each wire, make sure that, it's the test light turns on bright, right? So we're gonna go back in the shop again. We're gonna try to activate this solenoid, and let's hear it if we can hear it, because right now it's inactive, right? Let's go quickly to the data. Let's see in our temperature sensor on what's reading right now. So my old temp is at 42 degrees, right? And number DTC1, if I'm gonna put it in drive, stuck on 5th gear. So let me try to, should I clear it? No, let's clear it. So let me just turn this off. Let me just clear that guy. Because if there's something really wrong on that circuit or that solenoid, it will stay active. Okay, so it's still showing pending. I'm gonna start the vehicle. Yeah, I got stuck because I heard that clunk, tadag, when it started, because right now it's still stuck on 5th gear. I don't know what happened there though. And I don't think it's because of our wrong oil pressure characteristics. I use a different part, because I think every part has different numbers in there, but they have the same part number. So, and if it's wrong, it won't go through to the oil pressure characteristic process. So it's still in 5th gear. So yeah, let's go back in the shop. Let's try to actuate that solenoid. And if not, we're gonna do resistance test. And we're gonna go in further from the transmission side, going to the valve body and measure itself from there, because last time we did was we just unplugged that connector and we saw that there's no resistance at all. So I was thinking there's no short in between that harness, so most likely it's in the valve body or the solenoid itself. I was just so lazy to check itself, that pin there on that valve body area. So yeah, let's go back in the shop and let's do some more testing on this vehicle. Okay, so we're under the hood right now. Um, we're gonna do the actuation test first. So we're gonna go to our solenoid D. That's our culprit there. Let's just graph it. So I'm gonna go to the D solenoid, start, that failed. Okay. About, what's my other one? A, that failed. Why? Why that failed? Is it because of the code? Um, okay. No, it doesn't do. So let me try to clear this first and see if we can do that. We got stuck on pending. So let's do actuation test again. Let's try the A first. Yes, it's failed. Okay. E, no. F, failed. Okay. So everything failed. Okay. So now, I think we're just gonna remove this PCM connector here. Measure that resistance that we did. I think that's pin number 66 and pin number 9. So we'll do that. And then let's see what's our value again. Okay, so let me just remove this connector here. Pin 66 and pin 9. So 66, 64, 66. So 66 here. Then pin 9 at the other corner. Okay. So your multimeter, okay. Our test leads is okay. So we got 0 ohms there again, as you can see that. So if I'm gonna move it to another resistant solenoid, that's gonna be solenoid number 7. So we're gonna go for 7, pin 7. So number 7 will be at the bottom of number 9. That's still 0. So something is shorted. Okay. Now all are shorted. That's why it failed. I'm gonna go for 7, 8. We're gonna go for 8. 8. That's 0 too. Okay. So I'm gonna go for the other side of the solenoid group. So that's gonna be pin 65 and pin number 1. So pin 65. So 65 will be beside 66. And then we're gonna go for pin number 1. So pin number 1 all the way down. Okay. Let's try this guy. That's gonna be our solenoid UD. That's 0. That's not good. Okay, so Um, I'm gonna put all these numbers here because we're gonna do some testings underneath, right? Um, Let me set up all my connections here, and then let's see. Yeah, let's see on what we have. Okay, so I put some extra leads here and put some extension connection so we can just go underneath and do some more testing. So I labeled them. This guy is pin 9 here. This one is pin 1. This guy is pin 65. And this one is pin 66. So pin 66 and pin 9 should be together, right? That's the set of group of solenoids, and this guy another set. So we're gonna try to do that. Let me set up the vehicle, and we're gonna do more testing underneath. Okay, so I connected our pin 9 and pin number 6. So we're here underneath the vehicle right now, and as you can see there, that's still 0 ohms. So now I'm gonna unplug our valve body connector, the guy in here, on top here. So let's see if we still have that 0 ohms there. Because if we have still that 0 ohms, meaning our harness is shorted. So let me grab my pick. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now let's unplug, and we don't have that short, right? So most likely we have an issue in the valve body itself. The problem here is I can't really, yeah, because I don't think we have a, because we disconnect that, right? So when we disconnect that, let's go to our wiring diagram. Let's think about this. Okay, so when we disconnect this C207, so our multimeter is connected to number 6 and number 9. So it's like that, and we have a continuity going here and showing 0 ohms, right? And it should read at least 5 ohms since we're not at very hot, so around 5 ohms, right? And different temperature it will vary, but not 0 ohms because there's no resistance and it will not work, right? So in here, 66 and 99, we got 0 ohms. We unplug our guy here, so meaning this one is disconnected. We got an open now, so meaning these two wires are 9 and 66 is not shorted. So yeah, so 6 pin 9 and 66, we open it. So now my other thing to do is, but there's no point if I'm gonna pin in here 2 and pin 2 and pin 8 just to make sure that it's really inside. It has a 0 ohms, right? But I'll do my best to pinpoint that pins, because if you can clearly see here, because my plan will be just to back probe this connector here, but there's no space at all here, right? The good news is it's not on the harness going to the TCM that's shorted. We're looking at inside here, but there's no space at all there. So I don't know if I can put my testing pin there just to probe that and see. Let me try to using mirror, and let's see if I'm successful doing that. If not, we will see. Okay, so when I mirror in here, I don't know if I made a mistake. There's some fluid that in the on the terminals there, so I don't know if that can cause a short in that terminals. So I'm gonna try to clean it first, plug this back in, and let's see if our resistance value will go up or still at 0 ohms. Okay, so I did my best to clean that. Let's try it again. I'm just gonna check our meter. Everything is good. Okay, 0. So I'm gonna plug back in that connector and let's see if we got the same resistance value, because that's impossible that all the solenoids are all bad now. Unless, okay, so we still have 0 there. Okay, so it looks like we need that harness there inside, because it's impossible that all other 6 solenoids are all bad, or 6 or 8 solenoids. So let me put this another set of the, we call that, group of solenoids, the other side, and I'm gonna go to 65 and 6 number 1. Okay, so I'm gonna plug that back in and see if we still have that. And I don't think I mess up the installation, because okay, so we still have 0.2, 0.10. So I should expect something more. Like last time that we did some testing, around 4 ohms, but that one is just too much. It's like 0. I don't think I mess up with my installation of that harness, because that was like, I torqued them, and usually the bolt will sit on where the metal is, not on the plastic itself. So yeah, I think we need a new harness on this one. We're gonna redo the whole process again. So I will let you guys know, and we'll see. Because I think there's no point of checking inside, because that's all, that's all connected there from the TCM harness, or our transmission control module, going to our valve body, right? And it's so hard, the access on the valve body side is so hard. I can't do anything from there. I can't even flip the, what do you call that? The connector, right? And it's the same thing. We unplug that, and there's no, it's an open circuit, so meaning it's in the inside part of that harness. So yeah, we'll see what will happen in this car. Okay guys, so I removed our valve body. We did that already. So before I came back to the shop last time, oh no, when I brought this car back, the fault is still happening. So we're gonna try to test it if it's really from this guy here. And we're gonna test our new harness too, right? So I'm gonna do on our pin number 8 and pin number 2. So that's gonna be on the top one, pin number 8 and number 2. And that's a 0 there. So I'm gonna go pin number 7, and then where is it? Is it pin number 7? No. Solenoid power 2. So it should be pin number 22. So pin number 22 22 to 20 on the number 1. So 22. I know you guys can see anything here. And pin number 1. And it's still off there. So I'm gonna try to remove this guy. Because what I'm thinking is let's short it on the harness itself. I'm gonna do the same testing on this one. So let's do that right now. So I got my valve body here. Okay, I'm gonna put it inside here. Valve body harness. So I'm gonna do pin 22 that I checked, 22 and 1. and 1. So that's nothing there. It's open. 22 and 1. And then 8 and 2. So number 8 and 2. Nothing. Okay. This guy, 1. There's continuity there. And then pin 8 and number 2 still has continuity. Okay. So now, let me remove this first. I'm gonna remove our valve body here. Okay. While removing, maybe it got crushed on one of the bolts. Let me just double check this guy here. Okay, we still have that. Try again. Okay, we still have it. Okay, I think that's all about it. Let me pry this guy here. Okay. I just pry this side part of the solenoid. Okay, we still have short there. And I believe that's our... Was that our... Is there any bolts? No. Okay. I remove that. Let's see this. 8 and number 2. And we still have short there. So, that's disconnected. 8 and number 2. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then number 22 and 1. So 22 and 1 doesn't have anything. 22 and 8. Oh no, 2 and number 8. We got something. So if I'm gonna go through to number 8, 3, and 5. So 8, 3, 4, 5. So we really have the problem of that that over solenoid number 4, right? Or solenoid 4 OD. We really have a problem that in here. So since I'm here already, I'm just gonna double check our solenoids here, right? Make sure I'm not, it's zero. Why is it showing zero? Why is all zero? Okay, let me grab another one. Okay, I'm gonna try another meter. Just make sure that we get the same resistance value. 8 and number 2. What's the number on that? 1.7. 8 number 3. OL. Okay. 5. 8 and number 5. OL. 22 and number 1. Nothing. Okay. So I'm gonna go to the solenoid now. Let's see how much we have there. We got 5.8 ohms, right? Which is the typical solenoid resistance. How about the other one here? That's 5.7. So I'm going through the rows of these solenoids here. 5.8, 5.8. So we really have a problem inside the harness here. I don't know how. Um, so now, just to make sure our we got 8 number 2 here. I know it's been too much testing here, guys. 8 and number 2. These are new valve body connect harness. I'm gonna go 8 and number 2. And we have OL there. Okay. I'm gonna retest it again. You guys can see my meter there. Okay, you guys can see that. I'm gonna go for 8 and number 20. 8 and number 2. And we got 5.6 there, 5.7. And like earlier was 0 ohms. And then I'm gonna go 22 and number 1 and 5.8. So I'm happy with that, with those numbers. Um, Now I'm just gonna put everything back together, and then later we're gonna go for a drive. Okay, so we're back in this car. I just fill up with some fluid there. Let's start this vehicle and see. Do we have check engine light there? Okay, we have check engine light there. With DTC on this one. Let's see if it's in history code. Okay. So the 4 OD solenoid, or this D solenoid in history right now. Let me just clear that. And well, which is good because last time it's always active. Okay, I'm gonna go to data. So I have to monitor the temperature on this one to check the level. The temperature there. And now our solenoids 4D 110 there. My gear number of DTC is 1. I don't know why it is showing 1. Park 1. Can I go to drive? Reverse. Park. Still have this number of DTC 1. Why? Let me do a fault code searching on this one. Why is showing number DTC? That's weird. Okay, there's no codes there. Let me go back to data. See, number of DTC1. Why? Unless I need to drive this first. Okay, so I'm just gonna check the level on this one later, and then we're gonna go for a drive, and then I have to see this. This is weird. Number of DTC. It shows 1. Yeah. We'll make sure that it says 0 there. I don't know why it's showing 1. We don't have a codes. So yeah, we're gonna go for a drive later. Hey guys, so I drove this car more than my test drive road. I'm going back to the shop right now. So I just stopped over because I'm still seeing last time the number of DTC shows 1 earlier. So what I did was I just stopped over, I did my reset adaptive values and double check if we have still DTC. There's no DTC. And when I came back to the data, our number of DTC shows 0 now. So that's good. I'm confident that this is going to be fixed, but last time I said that too. I'm confident that it's fixed, but I'm going to tell my advisor to maybe leave the car and drive it one more time before giving it to the customer, and we'll see from there. And then if everything is good, I guess this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you have those type of problems replacing a solenoid, might as well do the valve body harness since you're there already. So yeah, I think that's the other lesson learned there. So anyway, thank you again for watching. See you next time.